As recovery dawns, we must remain vigilant. We must help our businesses compete so that they can succeed and grow and hire new workers. And we cannot and we will not be satisfied until every New Hampshire citizen who wants a job can get a job. And as we address the very real challenges of today, we must also seize this moment to strengthen the foundation of New Hampshire's future. And the fundamentals of that foundation remain the same: a job for every citizen able to work, a fiscally responsible state government, a first-class education for every child, access to affordable health care for every citizen, a quality of life unequaled anywhere in the nation, a business climate that allows companies to compete successfully, and one of the lowest tax burdens in the country with no sales or income tax. In every part of our state, I've met business owners who are struggling to keep their workers on the job, workers worried about losing their jobs, business owners who need to train workers in new skills, and workers who don't have the skills necessary for some new jobs. We must act to help companies stay in business and to keep their workers on the job. And we must act to help businesses start, grow, and expand to create even more jobs here in New Hampshire. That's why today I am proposing New Hampshire Working. This three-part initiative will give companies the new tools that they need to maintain their businesses during this downturn, make it easier for them to recover, and help them be more competitive for the future. It will help our citizens stay at work if they already have jobs, return to work if they are unemployed, and ensure that they are ready to work at new jobs. Under the first part of New Hampshire Working, the state would partner with businesses and workers to provide an alternative to layoffs. Companies and workers would agree to reduced hours instead of layoffs, and the state would make up part of lost wages for workers through unemployment benefits. Workers would keep their jobs, their health insurance, and most of their income. Companies would retain the skilled workers they need to recover. Local businesses would keep their customers. Taxpayers would avoid increased costs, and with more people working, our economy would be stronger. The first step toward economic recovery is to keep businesses and their employees working. We can and we will keep people at work here in New Hampshire. We must make it easier for businesses to hire new workers and for workers to connect to new jobs. One impediment to hiring is the upfront cost companies bear in training new workers. That's why this spring we'll launch the second part of New Hampshire Working, which will reduce upfront training costs for companies and help workers get new jobs. Unemployed workers will be able to continue to receive unemployment benefits while participating in up to 6 weeks of on-the-job training with a potential new employer. A company will have until the end of that period to decide if a worker has the skills the business needs. For our economy to recover, we must make it easier for companies to hire and for workers to get new jobs. We can and we will get people back to work here in New Hampshire. We must make sure that our companies can find the skilled workers that they'll need to compete and to grow in the future. That's why the third part of New Hampshire Working focuses on ensuring that all of our citizens are ready to work. As members of my Jobs Cabinet and I traveled the state this fall, we heard a common refrain from business leaders. Some, even in this economy, can't find the workers with the skills their companies need. Through our Job Training Fund, we have partnered with more than 100 companies to train nearly 5,000 workers here in New Hampshire. But that only helps the workers who already have jobs. We need to increase our efforts to train workers who are still looking for jobs. I have asked our New Hampshire job agencies to develop a plan for assessing the job skills of all newly unemployed workers. Workers will be able to take the results of those assessments to potential employers, giving business owners confidence that the new hires will in fact have the necessary skills. But assessment alone is not enough if a worker lacks basic skills. That's why I'm asking you to allow the Department of Employment Security to use the Job Training Fund to provide training for unemployed workers. And I also ask you today to double the Job Training Fund to $2 million a year beginning in 2011. For our state to prosper into the future, New Hampshire companies need skilled workers. Let's keep good companies and good jobs here in New Hampshire. We can and we will keep New Hampshire working. Already, we're putting people to work repairing our roads, reconstructing water treatment plants, weatherizing 1,000 low-income homes per year, and helping businesses like Foss Manufacturing in Hampton lower their costs by becoming more energy efficient. We must continue to grow the businesses and the jobs of the future right here in New Hampshire. We must keep New Hampshire taxes among the lowest in the nation. We should continue We should continue to ensure state government uses every dollar as efficiently as possible. We must ensure that we have a skilled and trained workforce, and we must help entrepreneurs and new businesses compete and succeed.